This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Wondery. That's greenlight.com/Wondery.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. When it comes to what kind of romance you're into, you don't have to choose just one. Fancy a dalliance with a duke, or maybe a steamy billionaire. You could find a book boyfriend in the city and another one tearing it up on the hockey field. And if nothing on this earth satisfies, you can always find love in another realm. Discover modern rom-coms from authors like Lily Chu and Ali Hazelwood, the latest romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas and Rebecca Yarros, plus Regency favorites like Bridgerton and Outlander. And of course, all the really steamy stuff. Your first great love story is free when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery. If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of a deal. But are you getting the deal and cash back? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love, savings, and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores like Target, Sephora, and even Expedia. Stack sales on top of cash back and feel what it's like to know you're maximizing the savings. It's easy to use, and you get your cash back sent to you through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app or go to Rakuten.com to start saving today. It's the most rewarding way to shop. That's RAKUTEN. Rakuten.com.
Kids, listen to your mother.
Mom!
Welcome to Between Us Moms with Katie Crafts-Morg and Hallie Stevens-Drake.
Hey, mamas, and welcome back to Between Us Moms. It's Katie and Hallie. Happy Wednesday. We have a lot to talk about. We are talking Taylor Swift today. We are talking the sad, controversial news about Charlie Kirk. We're talking Cardi B, divorce. It's a big episode.
Lots to discuss.
Yeah, a lot to discuss between us moms. If you're here, we're so grateful that you have chosen to give us 30 minutes. Let's get into it. Hallie, kick us off.
Well, we have to talk about Travis and Taylor because our recording schedule, we've had guests, we have not done an episode, the two of us yet, where we could really dive into the Taylor Travis of it all. And I just feel like the engagement. Yes, of course, we've been talking about them since they dated because we're obsessed. But there's more news about them and their engagement that it gives us the opportunity to discuss it. And so I am dedicating my Cliff Note to that today because you are Taylor's biggest supporter, biggest Swiftie on the planet. And Travis he did an interview with Erin Andrews, and he didn't say a lot about their engagement, but he did say that there were a few tears shed on his side. He said he's an emotional guy. He said that he's excited to spend the rest of his life with Taylor, and it was so romantic. And I personally love a man who cries, but I want the full heart check from you. How are you feeling about it? What's your take? What do you have to say about the proposal and engagement of it all?
I cried. I've never been so happy for someone who is not actually my friend as I am for Taylor Swift. I feel like a few episodes back, you asked, do you think Taylor wants to get married? And I said, yes, this is what she has written all of her songs about, is love and grand gestures. And then she literally echoed that exact same sentiment when she went on the New Heights podcast. And she said, this is what I've been waiting for. And I'm so thrilled for them, and I'm so thrilled that Travis didn't take the opportunity to spill all the details. His dad did a little bit. We love Ed Kelce.
He really, and quickly.
And quickly, yes. But he really did not. He said, I'm going to let her tell the story when she wants to, aka maybe like album number 13, which is so fitting that will be her 13th album, will be this chapter of her life. I don't know if witches are real. I don't think so, but if they are, she is one, or she is just blessed. So I'm I'm just so happy. I'm elated. I'm as giddy as I could be, as when you got engaged, as when my
Yeah.
sister got engaged. Like we love on this podcast, and we have been watching their journey and really her whole entire journey. Like I've been a Taylor fan since the OG debut album. I remember where I was when I heard Tim McGraw for the first time, and this makes my heart skip a beat.
So I have a few questions for you.
Yes, and I want to hear your take too.
Well, I cried. I cried. I was actually in LA for work. I was in the Entertainment Tonight newsroom. It was literally the minute she posted it, the room erupted into. I texted you. I think I
Well,
broke the
you
news to
texted
you.
me, and I'm still part of the Entertainment Tonight group chat.
Yeah.
And that was also brought back to life. So shout out to everyone in that group chat. We're both in it. And I
Yes.
was like in the middle of shopping at Trader Joe's, also crying.
I bawled my eyes out. I'm not the biggest Swiftie, but I love their relationship. I just think that it's great. I don't know who said it. Some celebrity was saying a lot of people are going to break up over their engagement because they are proof that if you wait and you keep your standards high, the right person will come into your life.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I mean, I met Jason when I was Taylor Swift's age. I also waited. He also waited. I
Yes.
just turned 40. He turns 45 this week.
Hmm.
And we've now been together for 6 years.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Wait.
Like, wait, wait, wait. Do not
Mhm.
rush. You will regret it later on. I always say the most important decision that you will make in your life is who you choose to spend the rest of your life with, like who you choose to have children with.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
every branch of life. But I have a few questions. You mentioned Travis's dad, who obviously went and on a local station started talking about the engagement, gave away a few details about it. And one of the details he gave away was that Travis wanted to do something really elaborate.
Mm.
But in Mr. Kelsey's words, Taylor was getting, quote, antsy. And so Taylor's dad and Mr. Kelsey were both advising Travis that it didn't matter how he did it. It could be on the side of the road. She would love it. It's about their love and all of that. I want to know if you liked the way he did it in their backyard over a glass of wine pre-dinner. Was it up
Yes.
to the standards you wanted for her?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Taylor, I was irked that he said she was antsy.
Me too. I
I
hated
hated
that.
that because, of course, if you've been dating someone for a long period of time, you know that they're your person. You're not antsy. I think a better word would be giddy or
Mm,
excited to,
yeah.
make it official. She has the song Paper Rings. Like, she is not a bit, like, yes, she likes over the top, but I think he could have literally pulled her aside, inside their house over a simple dinner. Like, he had a florist decorate that place so it looked like a whimsical, magical fairy tale. Like he took notes. I think it's for her, it's about the love. And I just hate the word antsy. Like, I don't know. I don't think she was antsy.
It bummed me out because it made her seem like she was there
Ugh.
pressuring him to do
Yeah.
it.
And she wasn't.
Oh, it
I
just,
know.
I know. Foot and mouth situation. He really
Yeah.
did it
I
there.
hate that word.
I know, me too. The other thing I wanted to ask you is, obviously there haven't been official confirmations about the exact date he did it, but the speculation is that he proposed after they filmed the New Heights podcast. People point out that her hair kind of had like a headphone mark on it, that her nails were the same. Do you think that is what went down?
Oh, yeah. I
Okay.
think you can look back at the episode, and when she calls Travis her boyfriend, Travis kind of like gives this interesting look slash facial expression to Jason. And I
Mhm.
think it was all over their faces.
Yeah.
And I think like her makeup was probably done for that, so he knew I could line it up. There was time for someone to sneak in because she was busy recording. So I
Yeah.
think yes. I don't, is that even, I don't know.
I
Yes.
mean, that's
I'll
exactly
say
what
it.
I thought. I thought it
Like,
was perfect because, ideally a woman wants to have her makeup done when,
yeah, the nails done,
that's what I
makeup
thought
done.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It took every fiber of my body
Mhm.
and I don't talk about this often, but I know somebody on Taylor's team. They are so supportive, so sweet. That is how I've been invited to the shows. That's how I get sent the gifts, like all this stuff from Taylor. And it took every fiber in my body not to text her,
Yeah.
not to text Tree Payne and be like, I am so happy for Team Taylor, for Taylor and Travis. And that's like how excited I was, is like I had to physically stop myself from
Yeah.
like, can you deliver this message? Like I'm a plebeian. I am a small, tiny ant in that world. Um,
Yeah. Well, Tree's phone was blowing up.
exactly. I'm just so happy. So
I
that you
uh,
dedicated your cliff note to that.
I know. I do have one last thing I want to say about it because I thought it was hilarious. A lot of people were talking about Kylie Kelsey and how she did not address
Oh yeah.
the engagement, and people are wondering what that's about. And she's like, listen, I'm going to say this one time. Our relationship is private. My kids are excited. I'm excited to have Taylor in the family in a more official capacity. She addressed it one time to just kind of silence the noise,
Hmm.
but she's like, that is our private relationship. And the since we were talking about Tree Payne, who, if you aren't familiar, that's Taylor's publicist, longtime publicist. People in the comments were like, she is Tree Payne's wet dream, or she is
Yeah.
Tree Payne's like dream sister-in-law because she's keeping her mouth shut.
Which is,
Whereas Travis's dad is like probably Tree's, you know,
I mean, I just think he's not media trained, and I don't think
no.
she is either. I just think she's more with the times and the climate, and I think
Yes.
Taylor really values privacy and Taylor really values loyalty, and I'm so glad that that is how she decided to comment. Like, that's
Yeah.
our relationship.
Yep.
Like, sorry, I'm not going to be the mouthpiece, and I think they all, you know, are very guarded of Taylor and like protective. Like they were engaged for what, 2 weeks before it was announced. That whole entire family and community kept that secret,
Yeah.
you
Pretty
know?
incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna change gears.
Let's do it.
My cliff notes. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. I
Okay.
think.
Okay. Kids who skip their naps.
Hmm.
I am so strict about naps to the point where my family thinks that I'm a little bit insane.
Hmm.
They judge me. Even my own husband is like, our kids are going to be the weird ones. Like, you have to stop being so obsessed with like keeping them on a schedule. Okay. If your kid skips nap time, Lord have mercy on your soul because you're already kind of raising like a tiny drunk roommate, but it's like a wild and out, drunk to the 10th degree roommate
Yeah.
with no boundaries. Prepare for madness. Protect your carpets, protect your ears, your furniture. Congratulations, you have unlocked hard mode parenting.
Yeah.
And that is why I am so strict about naps. We skipped naps Sunday to go to a birthday party. It was like 2 hours away. It was a whole shebang. And the night before, we kind of pushed back bedtime so that we could take them to this like fun night out. And when I tell you that my oldest daughter, Kaya, who is literally a unicorn angel, and now I understand why, it's because I'm so good about the naps, she was off her rocker. She
Hmm.
had to go to bed at 6:30.
Yeah.
She thought everything was funny, was throwing toys at people. Like, this is not how she behaves. This is not what she does.
Yeah.
She was playing with all of her food, throwing food on the floor, saying no to everything. Like, and then poor little Emma was like, she kept laughing because she was so deliriously tired that it was like laughter turned to crying, laughter turned to crying, laughter, crying. It was bad. So, anyways, I am back to my kids will nap. I will not come to your event if it is during their nap time. Please and thank you.
My sister's the same way. She plans her whole day around her kids' naps, and she's nap trapped. That's what we call it.
It
Nap
is.
trapped.
But you know what? My soul is free. I am nap trapped, but I am getting a solid time at night. They sleep through the night. My peace is protected because they're quite easy children. Like my parenting mode, I like to set it to easy, to
Yeah.
coast. And I don't want to be in hard mode. So
Understood.
I am on your sister's team and I will be nap trapped for a free soul.
Yeah. For the foreseeable future.
Yes, that is all.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
That's
We will
it.
wing it every now and then, but I respect that. I get it. They need to sleep. It's important.
They
You
do.
just,
It's good for their
yeah,
development.
yeah.
It's, this is also why we limit screen time. Like, I will not buy a tablet. I will not buy an iPad. I am just not doing it.
Same.
It's for selfish reasons.
Yeah. Yep.
I am not going to have a screen addicted kid because they turn into tiny little monsters sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And
no.
listen, being a mom is hard enough. We don't need to add all that in the
Yes,
mix.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
that was my cliff note. You might disagree. You might think I am also a sleep crazy lady. I do not care. I stand firm in my beliefs.
Do you, boo? Do
Yes.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone do what's best for you, but this is what is best for me. Okay, guys, when we get back, it is time to talk about hot topics going on in the world, in Mama Land right now. We are going to get into Charlie Kirk. We are going to talk about Cardi B, and we're going to talk about divorce. What is the number one sign that you and your partner are headed for Splitsville? We'll be right back.
What makes a great pair of glasses? At Warby Parker, it's all the invisible extras without the extra cost. Their designer quality frames start at $95, including prescription lenses, plus scratch-resistant, smudge-resistant, and anti-reflective coatings, and UV protection, and free adjustments for life. To find your next pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contact lenses, or to find the Warby Parker store nearest you, head over to warbyparker.com. That's warbyparker.com.
We are back. I will be very honest. Hallie and I, debated talking about the assassination of Charlie Kirk and ultimately found that it was important. It is a massive story, and we are going to talk about it. First of all, our hearts go out to his family, his wife, and especially his two young kids, because no matter what you believe politically, I think losing a husband and a father is unimaginable, devastating, heartbreaking, and as moms, this hits us especially hard, as does every shooting. Every life lost hurts our hearts. We hurt for the families, we hurt for our own kids, we hurt for the parents, and it makes us think about our own families. We may not align with everything that he stood for, but his death, and I want to be very clear about this is how I feel, is not a moment to celebrate. It's a moment to reflect on how divided we've become and how much we need better conversations. I don't think this is about left or right. It's about building a culture for our children where we can disagree fiercely, but also still care about each other's humanity. I think freedom of speech and words, that is what makes America America. And if we can model that, then I pray that our kids will grow up in a less divided America, because the answer to words is not violence, it's more words. Um, I'm curious how you're feeling about this. I think we ultimately decided to talk about it because it was weighing so heavy on both of our hearts. Like, you cannot open an app without seeing something about Charlie Kirk or without seeing a clip, an opinion, a
Mhm.
discussion, a comment. I also want to really encourage people, before you post all the viral clips, whether, they lean towards left or right beliefs, to watch the full clips for yourself, because things can be so taken out of context, and that goes for both sides. Like, educate yourselves.
Yeah. I mean, so much of what I have to say is in alignment with what you've already
Mhm.
said. When you become a mom, everything hits harder.
Yeah.
You are impacted deeper than ever before. And this news just really shook me. And if I'm being fully honest, prior to his assassination, I had never even heard of him.
Oh, really?
If I'm honest, my politics are not his politics.
Right.
And a lot of the things that he stood for, I disagreed with.
Hmm.
Um, but like you said, at the end of the day, he was a husband, he's a father, he was a son, and a human being. And
Hmm.
now his entire family is left with this unimaginable loss. But what really breaks me the most as a mom is just thinking about the world that we're raising our babies in. And I want my kids to grow up in a world where we can debate passionately, where we can believe different things, but we can still recognize each other's humanity. And I want them to know that someone's life is never less valuable because of their opinions. And I want them to see compassion is not weakness, it's a strength. But as parents, like we cannot control everything. I think that's the hardest thing about being a parent is you want to keep your kid in a bubble. And we can't do that. But what we can do is teach our kids empathy. We can model respect. We can show them that love doesn't require that we agree with one another. And I hope that I can raise my kids to know that dignity belongs to everyone. And it's my hope and my prayer that somehow, like through this tragedy, we might be reminded that we have a real responsibility as parents and just people, citizens of this world, honestly, just to shape this world so that our children are safer, kinder,
I know.
they're more connected.
And to
And
monitor what our kids are doing. Like what are they doing on the internet? Like how are they doing? Like to have check-ins regardless of their age. Like I think even if you're over the age of 18, like it is so important for families and for friends to stay connected to one another and to like really understand like where their hearts
Mhm.
are. And I think even if you disagree, I think debate is so important because that's how we learn to critically think. And that's how, someone might be so wrong in their politics. Like you said, you fully like disagreed with Charlie, as did I, on so many things. But I would have loved to have debated with him because maybe he could have learned something from me or vice versa. Like I think that's the whole point of debate is so like we can critically think and use our beautiful brains and our minds to come to our own ideologies. And I think that that's so important to do. And even if you don't get anywhere with that person or vice versa, there's still like a respect there for humanity to walk
Mhm.
away and be like, okay, you know what? We see the world differently, but you're still a person. And I really don't agree at all, but I am not going to take a gun out and murder you. Like that is
Yeah.
not the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to see a different world for my girls. This is not what I want for them. And I think it starts with how we are at home, how we speak,
Yeah.
the way we listen, the way we choose to love right now. And so I feel very motivated to just
I
do
know.
my absolute best. And I'm grateful my kids are so young now that I don't have to explain this
Oh,
to
and
them.
so many kids have seen the video. Like that's also what's so shocking is like,
Yeah.
gosh, social media. I wish it would sometimes just shut down because kids who are 12 years old should not be, even me, I'm a 40-year-old woman. I should not have seen that video, and I've seen it, and it is forever engraved in my brain.
Yeah.
Like,
We
we are
weren't
not
meant to
meant to
carry
see it.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we weren't meant to carry that. That's a trauma. There's been a lot of therapists talking online about like if you happen to see that video,
Mm,
that is trauma. It's a
yeah.
trauma. We see it in movies, but we know that it's fake and we know that this was very real and it hits different. And we were not meant to carry that kind of trauma as human beings. Like we just were not meant to see that kind of violence. I'm grateful I did not see it. I sheltered myself from social media because I was fearful that it would pop up and
Oh,
that I wouldn't be able to unsee it. And my heart can't handle it.
I,
So,
it's awful. I mean, Jason, who doesn't get shaken up about a lot,
mhm.
was so shaken by this because he stumbled, the video showed up. And then same thing for me. Like I was scrolling was it TikTok? I don't know. And I just saw it and I was like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh. And then I was like, oh, like I mean, I don't want it to be too graphic. It is like it's such poison to our minds. And even like we'll watch, war movies and gruesome movies, and even that is too heavy for me. Like the other night I had to turn off a movie. I was like, this is too much for me right now. Like this is just, we are in control of what our brains see, and in that instance, like we weren't
yeah,
because it was
yeah,
shared so often. Like I'm just so upset about it.
yeah.
Um, so anyways, we want to send love to any other moms listening whose hearts feel heavy about this. You aren't alone, and that's just kind of how we're feeling on it. I know, there's a lot of conversation and discourse and debate about it, and we just, we're thinking about his wife and his kids.
Yeah. It's hard to even transition out of
Yeah.
that. It
Yeah.
just was so heavy. But we do like to bring light
Yeah.
Because motherhood is hard. Dealing with the news is so hard. And
So hard.
uh, we're going to do our best to just pivot for a second and make it light. Well, actually, no, we're not because we're going into divorce. So that's a lie.
Is this a dark episode?
Oh, God, it is. I mean, maybe we should just stick with Cardi B or
We're gonna do it, you
we're
know?
going to do it. Let's do it. All
Yeah.
right, we're going to dive into a very, very interesting study that was done by Dr. John Gottman. He's a marriage and family counselor, and he did one of the largest marriage experiments that's ever been done. He brought couples into his lab, and he could, with 93.6% accuracy, predict if this couple would get divorced watching a video of them without sound.
Wow.
What do you think he saw in these silent videos that told him these couples wouldn't last?
An eye roll?
So it's interesting. He was looking for contempt. And the way he could see it is if one member of the couple showed that one side of their mouth raised towards the other with 93.6% accuracy. And what he
Wait,
said,
can you show me? What do you mean?
okay, so great question. I need to see a video as well because I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
Okay.
thinking it's like a
Like if you're like,
like a disgust, like a like a disdain.
wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And what they decided is contempt is one emotion. It's one of the only ones that if you do not address it, it festers and it grows and it cannot be undone. So that's why a lot of times at the end of a very bad marriage, you have two people who just like cannot even look at each other.
Wow.
Yeah. Contempt. So interesting, right?
It is interesting and it's making me like look inwards. And I feel like usually when I'm looking at Jason, I usually like admire him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, ooh, you look cute today.
Heart eye emoji.
Like a hard eye. And I very much like respect his brain and his. Today I was thinking about how much I love his taste in music, actually. Contempt, that's so interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And I think contempt can start so small.
Yeah.
But if you don't address it, and the woman who was talking about this, she was reporting on this study that was done. She says, and we've talked about this before, you and I, most couples have three arguments that they play on a loop. And so one way you can prevent having this contempt is to identify together what are the three things that we are always fighting about, the three triggers for us, the thing, whether it be like finances or like, let's
Kids.
see, I'm trying to think. Yeah, kids, like something specific with the kids.
Right.
I can tell you one thing that always causes an argument with Andrew and I is if I am late and he is depending on me to be home
Ooh.
at a certain time.
Yeah.
Like without fail, it's an argument between us.
Yeah.
So it's like identifying those three things and really getting clear about it with each other. So when you're fighting, you can, at the beginning of the fight, be like, okay, this is one of our three fights.
Hmm.
Let's not make it so big. Like I recognize this is one of our things. So it's a good takeaway. Little
Totally.
yeah, don't let your marriage have contempt. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah,
I
it
like
doesn't
it.
end well.
I'm trying to think that, I mean, that one thing that Jason and we have like one big fight about this every 3 months or so. And
Mm.
it's about, and he's really good, honestly, like with the kids, but it's kind of the same thing. If I'm depending on him to be home and there's a lot of traffic and I'm just like exhausted and I'm like, I need you here, like not worried about your own projects, not worried about this. Like, I need you to be present while you're
Mhm.
here. Like, that is the one thing that like drives me nuts. But he's honestly done a really good job of like working on that. And I've done a really good job of like respecting that. He's had an hour and a half commute in traffic. He's just worked an entire day. Like, he also deserves a break. And I think coming to like a middle ground, but that's like the one thing that it's hard. It's hard when you have
Yeah.
young kids and one person is primarily with them and one person is primarily the breadwinner. It's just like a hard, there's things to navigate. But I think we're both like very grateful for our situation that we are in, but there's always going to be something.
Yeah. But you've also identified it. So you
Yeah.
can now say like this is one of the things that we continue to fight about. How can we do it better?
If you guys, are interested in this topic and want to like talk about it with us, slide into our DMs, follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, Between Us Moms. Just search Between Us Moms podcast. let us know, what is the one thing that you and your person like argue over? I'm just curious to hear some of these.
I want to know too.
Yeah.
I'm curious if there's overlap.
Totally. Like if we're all feeling this together,
Yeah.
sisterhood status.
Mhm.
Okay. Last topic, Cardi B. I love Cardi B. I
Me
know some
too.
people don't. I am not one of those people. I have, as you know, I've interviewed Cardi B actually numerous times. She is a true, pure delight. I've always had a great time with her. She is funny AF, and I like her music. She has 3 kids with Offset. She recently told Jennifer Hudson that the reason why she wants to have more kids, quote, it's like the more kids you have, the less of a possibility you go to a home. One of them is going to wipe my butt. I love her.
I
She's
do
not
too.
wrong.
Yeah.
What's your immediate like, I need to say something about this reaction?
It's that I've had this exact same thought before. It's an insurance policy. Is it the reason I had 2 kids? No. Is it a perk that I've definitely thought about? Yeah, it is. I'm being good to these kids for their whole life, hoping that when the day comes, they take care of mama.
Yeah. Well, listen, I totally agree with you. It's not the reason, but I very much believe it is a reason, especially to have more than one child.
Mhm.
Because then they can both collectively come together and help decide, like, does she live with you? Does she live with me? Do
We
we
buy a commune and all live
and
together.
all live together? Exactly. Like, what is the plan? And I think it's fun to like bounce that idea off of a sibling. And also so that if there's only one kid, the sibling doesn't feel the weight of the world all on their own shoulders by themselves, right?
Absolutely.
Like, is
Yep.
that sick in the head to think that? I always say I wanted to have at least 2 so that when me and Jason are no longer here, they have somebody else to go through life with.
Yep. That's the real reason. And that's what I always heard from my mom growing up because she was an only child and I watched it when her parents died, how lonely that was. An only child and an orphan. Like even when you're an adult, when your parents die, you are officially an orphan. And that is a painful, there's no one to share those memories with.
It's like,
Anyone who was there for those early, it's just,
it's why you have a sibling. Like, it is
yeah,
why. I know it's so morbid, it's so twisted, it's so dark. God, this was a really dark episode.
I know. Are we
Are we
depressed?
okay? You know what? I'm actually, I was very inspired by you weaning off your Lexapro. And so I
Mhm.
am also now weaning off my Lexapro. But I'm like feeling the emotions of
Oh,
this entire episode in a way
hmm.
that like maybe I was a little more numb before.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm actually appreciating it. Like I like to feel things.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I told you. I wanted to feel my feelings. Like I
Yeah.
didn't want to be numb and moving through life a zombie because we were meant to feel things. I don't want crippling anxiety like I had
Oh,
before,
yeah.
but like I want to cry. I want to feel when things are sad. I want to feel it. And yes, girl, I feel sad. This
Yeah.
episode was sad. So I'm sorry if we just took you down in the dumps,
I'm like,
but
we're gonna talk about Cardi B. She's so
yeah.
funny. Okay, anyway, she's thinking about going to a home one day and we're talking about our kids
Oh,
having siblings when we die. Okay.
wow. We
On
really
that
did
note,
that.
that was a dark episode. We promise not all the episodes are this dark.
Nope.
Go back and listen to previous episodes if you're new here and you want to maybe laugh. We have funny episodes, I promise you. And yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday with a lighter episode.
Lighter. I sure hope so. But like we say, motherhood is a sisterhood. Thanks for hanging out with us on Between Us Moms.
Don't forget to follow us for more mom life conversations and content, and subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.
And if you liked this episode, send it to a mom friend.
You know she'll get it too.
See you next time.
Basketball game? Crushed it. And the day's just getting started. Now, kicking it with my crew. When I need a quick snack, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes pouches are always in the starting lineup. Made with real fruit and select electrolytes. And so tasty. From workouts to hangouts to whatever's next, I go with Go-Go Squeeze Active. Snag yours on your next store run. Available on Amazon.